Lingportal Online School presents. Hello, I'm Emma, an AI-powered English teacher. Today, I'll be talking about making recommendations using had better. Not only advisor is a person who gives advice, but many of us like to give advice. Honestly, really great insights can come when you ask the advice of a trusted friend. In this lesson you will learn the modal construction, had better, that is widely used in everyday speech, sometimes as unsolicited advice. Let's look at this grammar construction closer. Had better has meaning you should do it, or it would be good to do it. Had better is a strong expression. We use it when we think there is negative results. If someone doesn't do what is suggested, something bad might happen. For example, you had better call to your doctor in an emergency case. Memorize the key points of using had better. Had better refers to the present or the future. The verb is only had, not have. It is followed by the infinitive without to. We normally shorten it to apostrophe d better. I'd better leave a message so my wife will know I'll be late. He thought he'd better reread that part of the article. Please note, in spoken English, people can say had best instead of had better. This sounds less strong and less direct. For example, you'd best settle yourself down and start working. Negative and question forms. The construction had better has the negative form had better not. I'd better not leave my laptop in a car. Someone might steal it. You'd better not call her right now. She has the horse riding lesson. The question form of had better is made by inverting the subject and had. Had we better proceed to keep that business? Had I better speak to Alex first before sending him invitation? What do you think? Please pay attention, the negative questions with had better is more common than affirmative ones. The structure is the following: had not plus subject plus better. Here are the examples. Hadn't I better travel to Dublin tomorrow? Hadn't we better call to school and let them know Alex is sick? Had better versus should. Once had better has a meaning of advice that is similar to should, we normally can replace them in a sentence. Anyway, there is a slight difference between them. Had better is a strong expression. We use it when we think there is negative results if someone doesn't do what is suggested. Should has a neutral meaning of general advice. Compare the meanings. You should take a bus, it's the easiest way to get there. You had better take a bus, there's no other way to get there. Had better versus would rather. When we are talking about preferences, we use would rather or would prefer. We don't use had better while speaking about preferences. Compare the meanings. I'd rather get a taxi. I don't like buses, they are so slow. This statement means that I just prefer to get a taxi. I'd better get a taxi. The buses are so slow. This statement means that in this situation better to get a taxi. Had better versus be better or be best. We use the phrases be better or be best plus to infinitive for more general suggestions. It might be better to avoid such a controversial topic. General suggestions. It would be best to be as comprehensive as possible. It had better avoid such a controversial topic. Good idea in the particular situation. Had better typical errors. Before we finish our lesson, it will be reasonable to speak about typical errors when using the had better structure. The first mistake is to watch this video without subscribing to the Lingportal channel. Please like and subscribe right now. Thank you very much for doing so. The second common error is to use to with infinitive. Remember, had better is followed by infinitive without to. Then don't use had better when you're talking about obligations or requirements. Instead use must or have to. For example, you must hold a driving license to rent a car. Correct. You had better hold a driving license to rent a car. Incorrect. And finally, don't use had better to talk about preferences. I am sure that now you will use had better correctly. Stay with us and enjoy learning English.